Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel and a new venture, live online training in Linux and Oracle. My name's Ken Marr. I'm a Linux and Oracle trainer living in the UK. And I previously made videos which most of you will have seen, I suppose, although you might have found your way here without looking in the classroom folder at what I've been doing. I'm now running live online training with PDF notes, VirtualBox appliances and access to the cloud server. My USP, unique selling points, are here, so it's live in Zoom. I've got 28 years plus experience of delivering training. You get a full set of PDF course notes, supplied virtual machines for Linux, Ubuntu, Mint and CentOS, and for Oracle running 19C, cloud access to Ubuntu and Oracle 11G, easily downloadable sample and setup files. I do a split screen delivery. There are lots of examples and exercises in the course notes, and your questions are answered via email. There's no L on the end there, you can't have everything. I'll put that back later. Questions to linux@kenmar.fastmail.net, or if they're Oracle questions, to oracle@kenmar.fastmail.net. So if you've seen the link I sent, you'll have probably found a version of this file. So in this video I'm looking at Linux shell scripting for beginners and Windows users, and I'm running a free 1-hour demonstration, and this document is what the demonstration will cover. So it's not the course notes, it's what's happening in the demo. So the purpose of the demo is to show you how I'll deliver the course. So I'll be looking at connecting to the server in the cloud to the virtual machines, displaying sample course notes, examples and exercises from the notes. The demo content here covers an introduction, the prerequisites for the course, handouts, overviews, the content of the course, the advantages of doing a course with me, the demonstration of what I'm going to cover. I'm not going to do that now obviously in the video, but this is in the free 1-hour demo session. Session start times need to be decided depending on time zones, and the cost and contact details and how you sign up for the demo. So the introduction, most of you have seen this before because it's in my other notes. I've been doing this for 20 years, doing Linux and Oracle classroom training, so I've got all these course notes. So I'm sharing them in a set of live training sessions using Zoom. I've done a few Zoom sessions this year. In fact, I did shell programming about a month ago for 8 people from Network Rail. Here I'm going to base the training on the notes I've written, updated over the years, and it will be a set of short 3-hour sessions. I thought perhaps 6 sessions for a 3-day course, perhaps spread over 12 days, so you don't do one every day. Now if you're doing Linux shell scripting, you'll need access to Linux. 3 ways we can do that. There are probably others. Use your own Linux server, access Ubuntu via cloud clusters. I'll supply a login for that. Download and install a VirtualBox appliance or VM running CentOS 8. I'll supply that as well. So it's up to you how you do that. The notes are written for the classroom, but it won't make any difference if we're doing it online. The prerequisites for the shell scripting course are Linux fundamentals, and if you haven't seen them, you can fulfill that requirement by looking at the PDF files available here, which are in my, hang on, I should be able to copy the link there somehow. Doesn't want me to, never mind. If you click there, that will get you to my classroom files, which are here on the ice drive in classroom. In introduction, you'll find a set of files covering the 3-day fundamentals course or foundation course. Most of you have got here because you've already seen that, I suspect. Accompanying that, there are videos. So there's a set of videos here on YouTube. There are 3 playlists. I think the introduction has all the fundamentals. There's also some ad hoc ones and a few advanced ones as well. So that's the prerequisite for the demo. So you need to know something about Linux, although I will do a Linux revision at the beginning. There are free course handouts. You can find them in my online training folder, which is also in iDrive. That's a new folder in addition to Classroom. If we go back to iDrive, there's online training, and that contains a demo folder which contains the Linux demo file we're looking at. There's also an Oracle demo. There was a Linux demo in Classroom that you might have picked up, and there's also in there are handouts for Linux and for Oracle, free stuff. There are overviews for the fundamentals and the scripting course, so there's a full overview of the scripting course there. All the contents, including revision at the beginning. If you like quizzes, there's a quiz there on Linux Basics. 20 minutes to answer 40 questions. I'll post the answers later on. I've covered half of what's in this already now. So there's the handouts. There are the subfolders. Setup I'm working on. It's not all there yet. The overviews I've just shown you. You can see overviews of fundamentals and scripting courses. This is the content in summary of the shell scripting course. So it starts with Linux revision, how to write little shell programs, how to use special characters and variables, how to use an if statement and a case statement, how to make your script loop using while, until and for, creating menus, which is fun, scripts within scripts, subscripts, functions within scripts, and the use of arrays. And then there's a section on this sed, which is a batch editor. Vim you might have seen, and Nano, they're visual editors, but you can use sed to edit a file in a shell script, and the awk utility, which is a text processing utility. So they're all covered in these 6 3-hour sessions. The advantages of using my course, well, you get a full set of the foundation course notes, you get a full set of scripting course notes, and the rest of this is what was on screen I started with. So live sessions in Zoom, I've got a lot of experience. You get the course notes, the VMs, you get cloud access to Ubuntu. You can download the sample files, split screen delivery, examples, exercises, and questions answered via email. Now in the demonstration when we do it, and there's one scheduled for next week, depends when you're watching the video, it's daft saying that, isn't it? But this is in June and we're scheduling one for Tuesday next week. I will demonstrate the following: how you install PuTTY and connect to the cloud server, how you install the VirtualBox VM and use it, how to install the sample files, how to use Vim and Nano to create a script file, although it's not a Vim tutorial. There is one of those in the foundation course if you're interested, and something on Nano. How I run the course using a split screen. If you've seen any of the videos, you've seen how I do it. Example scripts and exercises just to tempt you from the course notes. The start times will depend on time zones. So we're looking at West Coast, Central and East Coast of USA, Europe and Asia. And the one that I'm running next week is going to start at 1900 GMT. I don't think I'll need the dots in there, it looks daft. 1900 GMT, and I think the guys on it are in America, so over there it will be something like 2 in the afternoon for them because they're behind me. Again, the 3-day course will run over 6 sessions, perhaps over 12 days, times to be arranged depending on where people live. The cost, really comes to this, the actual cost of training for Linux and Oracle in the UK is very high. So you might, for 12 delegates, if you're a company, be paying a training company such as QA or Stay Ahead between £800 and £1,200 per day. Now this course, I'm not sure, I can't pick up any of the the links here. It's a bit sad, just bear with me a minute. Right, I'm back. I think it might be my mouse messing about, so I've opened the original LibreOffice file. It's a bit like a Word document. I cover on this course, scripting course, the same material as this course from QA. I can get the link from here. And this is Mastering Bash Scripts, and it costs £3,300. That's per delegate if you just book for yourself. Admittedly it's 4 days, but it's still a lot of money. There's their prerequisites, a knowledge of Linux. There's what you'll learn how to do. So introduction and revision, using the bash, writing scripts, handling variables, parameters, flow control, loops, functions, arrays, so sed and awk. So it's the same sort of thing as I'm covering, but a greatly inflated price, I think. So I think my course is very reasonable. I'm charging £5 per session. So the 3-day course will run as a set of 6 3-hour sessions, so that's 18 hours, which is a 3-day course. We don't work a long day us trainers. It's hard work in the classroom. So that would be £30 for the course. Now I'm also suggesting that we don't pay this up front. Perhaps 50% up front, 50% when it finishes. If you like it. And I suppose you could drop out anyway through, but you'd miss sed and awk if you drop out like that. Now if anybody's interested, I don't do WhatsApp and Messenger. It's too much faffing about. I do things by email. So you can reach me at linux@kenmar.fastmail.net, which is on there. The same address as for the questions. And if you can email me any questions actually as well. But if you do want to sign up for this, send me an email. The subject should be Linux training. I need your name, your experience with Linux, beginner, intermediate or advanced, the time zone you're in, US, Europe, Asia, Australia perhaps, anywhere else, and your country. If you're in another time zone, I have to think about when we run the course. When I have an idea of numbers, I said I'll schedule several demos, but I have already scheduled one for next week. Like I said, it's running on a Tuesday. So that's the end of this session. Where am I? Okay, so I hope to see you on the demo and then perhaps on the course. So thanks very much and bye for now.